Hi, welcome back to my grow room. My name is Christopher as always. Today I wanted to do some pruning to my frankenpepper. This is 8 peppers fused together, and long story short, I started too many seeds last spring, and I just had a bunch of seedlings that I picked out from the initial cups that I started seeds in, because I put 2 seeds in each to make sure that I get one viable. And I just had too many, so I just picked out a bunch, laid them aside, and after I was finished with whatever I was doing with those, I just thought, I could do something fun in this grow box. I used to have eggplants in this, but I didn't want to grow that this year also, so I thought I could do something fun with peppers. So I just grabbed a handful of seeds, tied a rubber band around the stems, and these were really small seedlings. They had only a couple of leaves or something like that, and just put them inside this grow box. And it's been going somewhat okay, but I've been having some severe problems with thrips on this plant, so I've been spraying it, cutting it back, and spraying it and cutting it back. And it's only stressing the plant, of course. And the last resort that I actually went to was to get these sachets with predatory mites. These are slow release sachets, so the predatory mites just crawl out from a small hole. And I've just been placing those into the plant, and it's been working fine. I haven't seen a single thrip here for over a month now, so I think I'm really getting close to eliminating the problem. But the thing is that with all the thrips and with all the predatory mites, the plant is being really stressed. It started with losing all its flowers. It was just white in flowers, the complete whole thing. But it dropped all the flowers, and it's been dropping leaves also profusely. So it doesn't look nice at all. And this is a long-term project, and it's a hard project, because when you're watering this thing, you're watering all the plants at the same time, but they grow individually and they have different needs, and it's just a mess. I just have to be honest, it's really hard, because if you're doing something like this and only growing it indoors, you're probably gonna run into some issues. But then again, I like the challenge. So what I wanted to do today is to just go in with the pruner and just hard prune the whole thing. I want this to bush out and to be nice, so one plant in this direction and one in the other, and so on. And I've been just growing this like you would a bonsai the first year, just letting it do whatever it wants to do and just pruning and shaping afterwards. And that's my plan for this also. So I've been just letting it go, and it's crossing and doing all sorts of weird things. And I just wanted to now take the time and prune it back and see if I can make it so that when it grows back up, I will be able to control it and to get it to grow in the direction that I want. So I'm just gonna move the camera and bring you closer, and let's just see how bad we can make this work. It has been putting out a few peppers here and there, but I didn't really wanted to wait for all the peppers to be finished or to get fully ripe. So I just decided that, well, this is the perfect time for me to just cut down the plant entirely and just see if I can grow it back up now. I didn't want to wait until all the peppers were ripe, because it was losing a lot of leaves, and I just wanted to get the job done. So I don't know what these peppers are, but what I know is that this is some sort of bell pepper. And wow, that's actually a keeper. It has a little bit of a heat to it, not too much. This one, it looks bad. I don't know what it is. Should we taste? This just spells trouble. Nope, I'm not gonna eat more of this right now. I don't know exactly how to do this because there's branches going everywhere. So the only thing that I'm gonna do is to just start cutting back a lot of the big branches. And yeah, it looks horrible and it looks like a really bad job. But then again, this is not something that we're doing for the looks as of now. This is something that we're doing just to make sure that the plant can stay short and get as much energy into the main stems, and really just try to see if we can grow it a little bit sturdier, because as you can see, this is clearly a branch that has been growing in poor light conditions. And that's probably just the thing that you're going to get when you're trying to grow something so close together, because as I said, this is so many peppers fused together and they are just gonna try to battle for the light. And that's really not a good idea when you're growing peppers indoors, because they really need all the help they can get. And by fusing them together like this, you're just gonna ruin the experience for the pepper, and they're just gonna grow tall and lanky. So I have a huge grow light on top of this, and I will just see if I can get it to grow back up again. And as I'm pruning here, I'm trying to find good spots where the leaves can shoot back out. And I'm trying to get rid of all the small suckers or branches that has been growing from all the way down in the cluster of all the plants here. The idea is that I wanted to be as open as possible in the bottom, but I wanted to branch out, and as you can see, I don't know if you can see it actually, but this is one that has to go, because it's all the way from down at the bottom, and as you can see, it's just one long leggy stem and just some few leaves on top, but yeah, it's not gonna fly here. It is starting to look like something now. So the only thing that I'm doing now is to just prune it a little bit here and there. And as you can see, there's so many branches going everywhere on this plant, and that's just due to the way that I've been letting this one grow. It hasn't been controlled at all, and there is so much distance between each individual leaf. So the peppers are only gonna produce new shoots from a leaf node. So if there is a long distance between, it's not gonna do you any good at all. So I'm just cutting it down, and hopefully it will grow back up. So I consider this done. Peppers are really nice to cut back. They can take a really beating. I've had peppers before that was only 4 or 5 centimeters tall in a pot, and I cut them down to that size, and they still manage to put out new shoots, and yeah, they're really resilient. And I think these ones won't have any trouble at all growing back, and they will sprout new leaves on each node. So it's gonna be full and bushy again within a couple of months, and it's gonna look fantastic, I think. This one is the smallest of them all. It's always been that way. It started out slower than the others, and it was just outshadowed. And I don't know if it ever will be able to take a hold of the growing on all the others. But if it doesn't, I'm just gonna cut it away. But I'm just curious to know what type of pepper it is. So I'm gonna let it grow for now. And this one, the pepper that looked like a bell pepper that I tasted, it's not looking fantastic, and it's been also shadowed out by the other plants. So, but hopefully now that this will get a lot more light, and this one also, they can hopefully just start growing again, and hopefully we can get some nice peppers on these bushes in the future. So yeah, that was it. Thank you for joining me here. This is a fun thing, and it's not the most exciting thing as of now, but if you follow me, then this is probably gonna be more interesting within a couple of months, or let's say within next summer. This is probably gonna be a huge plant again. So yeah, thank you for joining me. Christopher saying may the force be with you, and I'll see you in the next one.